Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Vice President Kamala Harris, as you watch her go along, she is not ready for prime time. She's not ready for the presidency whatsoever, in my opinion. Now, why do I say that? They had the debate that's supposed to happen tomorrow night, actually, and she was requesting for notes to debate. Now, most people's like, why would you need notes to debate? You should be able to study your messaging, study your opponent, and then be ready for whatever come at you, because when you're debating somebody, everything is not going to be on a note. So you got to know how to be quick-witted. You got to know how to think on the fly. You got to know to maybe even adjust your strategy sometime when you're going back and forth with a person. But there was a video that she had a few years ago, went to the Philippines. And I want you to pay attention to something when she was out here talking with the leaders from the Philippines.
Relates to the Philippines, I will say that we must reiterate always that we stand with you in defense of international rules and norms as it relates to the South China Sea. An armed attack on the Philippines armed forces, public vessels, or aircraft in the South China Sea would invoke U.S. mutual defense commitments. And that is an unwavering commitment that we have to the Philippines.
Now, as you can see, the whole time she was looking at those notes and reciting what she needed to say. Now, listen, Joe Biden had every right to use a note because Joe Biden was in cognitive decline. So he needed that. And that's completely understandable. But Vice President Kamala Harris isn't the age of Joe Biden. That's number one. She's actually 59 years old and probably 58 years old or so when this video was made. Why does she need notes? She wants to go on a debate stage with notes. No, that lets me know that you're not ready. And I don't know why the Democrats put up Vice President Kamala Harris. She don't have to, she's not here doing interviews. She feel like she don't have to talk to nobody. She put earphones in her ears and earplugs so you can't ask her a question. She actually walks around like she's, better than other people because she don't have to talk to you. She wants to talk at you, but she don't want to talk to you. It's two different things. Because why can't you answer questions? Why can't you do a press conference? As of today, just after of today, her policies just dropped on her website. And she don't have that long to go. She has less than 50 some odd days to go, right? To the election, and you just drop your policies? I mean, you think that actually makes you look good? Then she just did an interview with Ricky Smiley, a recorded interview, not a live one, with Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley isn't a journalist. He's not going to ask you the real questions. Ricky Smiley don't know nothing about no policies. Ricky Smiley is a shield, and he's not a smart one at that. I probably would respect it a little more if she went on Boulay Martin's show and let Boulay Martin at least ask her a couple of questions, right? But she's not even going on Boulay Martin's show. She read notes. She wants pre-recorded interviews. She won't nothing live. She won't even go be interviewed by Boulay Martin, which you would think that she'll be interviewed by Boulay Martin by now. She got pictures with Boulay Martin. So, I mean, come on, it's supposed to be a homeboy. She's not ready. And the Democrats know she's not ready. They know. That's why they're trying to hide her. Listen, hiding her don't work. Because listen, Joe Biden, once again, when he first ran for president, that was during the pandemic. So you had a reason kind of for him to stay out the way. That was kind of understandable. It was the pandemic. She don't have Joe Biden's cognitive issues, and she's not his age, and there's no pandemic. So you can't get an excuse about her hiding. And even if she was doing interviews on Zoom or something like that, she can do live interviews on Zoom. She ain't always have to do it in front of an audience, right? She won't even do that because the Democrats know she cannot say anything. And if she can't talk or you're afraid for her to talk, then she should not be the president of the United States, because you got to know your foreign policy, your domestic policy. You got to know what's going on throughout America and what the issues are around everywhere. You got to know the world. You got to know it like the back of your hand. You got to study your craft. Everything can't be, let me read the notes because I don't know. You've been in there almost 4 years already. You don't know by now? And we're supposed to give you another 4 years? That doesn't make sense. If I hired somebody to work in our company and they're still using tutorials and notes after 3 years, then I'll be like, you didn't learn nothing. How you didn't learn nothing the whole time you're here? And why would I want to extend your time to be here and you didn't learn nothing in 3 years? You still want to talk about some notes? Come on now. You already in the White House. You should need not a single note. You actually should have an advantage on President Trump because you're in the White House. You should already know what the issues are and know how to talk about them. But this the issue. This the issue. They've messed up so much, you have no wins. So when you have no wins, what else do you go on? Lying. Even on her website, she keeps saying Trump's Project 2025 agenda. Project 2025 wasn't written by Trump, and neither is it on his website. Why you keep talking about people doing disinformation and y'all doing that on the website? It doesn't make sense. But we're supposed to give her the presidency. She's not ready for primetime. She's not ready for the presidency. It's just that simple. Some people can be a backup quarterback, and that's what they should be. And nothing wrong with being a backup quarterback. And then some people are ready to start. She's not ready to start. Sorry. And I don't think she was ever meant to start. Just how I view it. But the note reading thing, that's been a thing with her. She obviously she don't retain things very well. And listen, once again, Joe Biden, he had cognitive decline. So that's understandable. Prior to that, Joe Biden knew everything in his head very well, especially with geopolitics. I've seen Joe Biden know things, know leaders, all of that. And Joe Biden was still good when he ran in 2020. He wasn't like he is now. So that's why people went with Joe Biden over her, because she didn't know anything. And then Tulsi Gabbard torpedoed her campaign. But she isn't ready, ladies and gentlemen, not whatsoever. Not after being on the job 3.5 years and you still need notes.